Okay guys, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. Okay guys, so today we're going to be doing another card. Now I picked out already, I started to pick out the layering of the card. I'm using the pad from Valentine's, and it's from Recollection. If you guys already watched my previous videos, I already told you guys I'm trying to finish this pad. And yes, I've been using this pad for the last, I don't know what, 2-3 videos, and I'm going to definitely continue to use this pad so I can definitely just finish it. Okay, so I grabbed already these two patterns from this pad, and we're going to be actually stamping this little cute fox also that is going to be incorporated on the card. Okay, so first let's do the layering of the card. So I decided already that I wanted to layer my card using this pattern first, and then I wanted to use this pattern also. So I'm going to trim a little bit this pattern because I wanted to go somewhere like this, right across. Okay, so I want to trim this a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this little strip of love right in here. Okay, and you already can see how the card is already coming together. Okay, that's what I want to do. And then I'm going to go in over, and I'm going to take another strip and layer on top of that. Now this strip I also got from the Valentine's Day Recollection pad. It's just a random layer, random strip that I had that I keep. Let's see here. I'll show you where I keep all my little. Let's see, where did I do with my little zip bag? Here it is. All the little strips that I get from the patterns that I cut out from the pads, I put them in a little zip bag just like this. And so I just randomly selected this particular pattern. Okay, but I want to trim this a little bit because it's actually too wide and it's going to cover the background of my other strip. So I'm going to trim this a little bit, not too much, just a tad, so it can just a little bit. That's about right there. Okay, let me trim a little bit this side. Doesn't look like it's too straight. Very good. Okay, here we go. So we have a little strip of that pattern, just like that. Okay, so all right, let's layer our card. I think our card is almost basically ready to be put together. I'm going to put the base on the side. I'm going to layer this, like I said, right around here is where I want to put this. Right around here. So let's put tape adhesive on the back of that. There you go. I'm going to trim off the back of this little strip. There we go. And that's what we got so far. Now we're going to add this little one that I trimmed off before. I want to add that to the middle, just like that. Tape adhesive, And we're going to put it in the middle. Just like that. And there you have it. See that? Okay, very good. Put these little strips on the side. We might need to use that for later on. Okay, so for the stamping part of this tutorial, I already stamped my image, which is right there, my little fox. Okay, for video purposes, I didn't want to take too long. I'm trying to really make these videos for you guys as short as I can, and it's very hard for me to do, but I'm trying my best. So I already stamped the little image, and the ink that I use for this image is from Heidi. Let me show you. And it's this stamp, ink that I use from Heidi, and it's called Teal. And I already stamped a little fox on a regular, paper. I just trimmed it out and I cut it out, and then I add a little bit of glossy accents to the eyes. Okay, if you can see there how shiny it is, that's because I added glossy accents to the eyes. Okay, so we're going to use this image part of a card. Now, I also decided to use one of these little doilies. If you guys remember, I got these doilies from the Recollection called Simply Pastel from Recollection. And I just simply used one of these gray doilies. Okay, so I grabbed the doily, which is right here. And I want to add the doily in the middle of the card. Along with the doily, I want to also add the cute little fox in the middle of that card. Just like that. Okay, now I also have a tiny, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I want to because I love these little tiny button. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but this is a very tiny button. I want to add this button to the nose of the fox. Okay, so I'm going to use that also to incorporate that in my card. Okay guys, now for the fox, I want to add dimensions on the back so it can lift up and it looks pretty. So let's glue down first the doily. Okay. Now you have to be careful with this doily because if you go all the way over, the glue is going to seep out and you don't want that. So we're going to put the doily roughly in the middle. Just like that, roughly in the middle. And then I'm going to add some Tombow glue to my fox because I want to put a little tiny button in the nose. So I'm going to do that first before I do anything. Actually, before we do that, you know what? Let's put the dimensions on the back first and then we'll do that. That's better. So I'm going to put dimensions on the fox on the back. I'm going to add 3 dimensions. Okay, just like that. I'm going to remove the backing of the dimensions. I'm going to put the little fox in the middle of the doily. And then I'm going to put my tiny button. Just like that. See that? How cute that looks. Very cute. Now I'm going to add the tiny button on the nose. You don't have to do that. You can skip this. Here, let me zoom in. You can skip this this step. You don't have to add anything to the nose. But I just, because I have that tiny button, I just thought it would be adorable to do that. So I want to add it to the nose. And you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of glue. I think I have to get another one of these glue because this glue for me is not... Okay, there we go. Okay, very tiny little dot of glue. Just like that, right there. And I'm going to add this cute, tiny little button on the middle. Just like that. And there you have it. How cute is that? I love that. Okay. Very nice. Don't you think? You can also add buttons on the eyes if you want, but because I already added glossy accents, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to add any buttons on the eyes. I wanted the eyes to be glossy and then the nose to have that cute little button. Okay, very good. Let's adhere it to the card, which we'll do that now. Okay, just like that. Just like that. I'm going to adhere this to the card. Let me zoom out so you guys can see better. And I'm going to put glue. Now, I don't want to, I'm going to put, I want to use, I normally use my tape adhesive. But because I already have dimensions on the fox, I don't want to use my tape adhesive. I'm going to use a little bit of my glue. Okay. Just a little bit. Don't go crazy. A little bit goes a long way. You don't have to really use a lot. Just a little bit is enough. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to add this to my card. Just like that. Very good. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And our front of a card is complete. The good thing about this glue is that you have time to move it around if you want to. But then once it dries, it's definitely not going to go anywhere. Now this over here, for some reason, this little strip right here is still lifted up a little bit. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue. I don't know what happened there, but maybe the tape did not, didn't grab that little space right there. So that's okay. I'm just adding a little bit of glue. And that should take care of that. Hold it for a few seconds. And that should take care of that little flap right there. And there you go. And that's the cue card complete. Okay. Now we're going to work on the inside of the card. Very simple. We're not going to do too much. The leftover of this pattern that we have, we're going to use for the inside of the card. I want to place it just like that. Simple and easy. Just like that. Okay. And then I want to go and get another strip that's part of the pattern to add to the middle of the card. Okay. I'm going into my little leftovers. And I'm going to try to find a pattern that kind of goes with this pattern. And if I don't find it, then I'll just go in, which I'm not finding it, which is fine. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my pad and try to find something that goes along with this. Okay. Let's see here. Something that matches, that goes along with that. And how about if we do this? Yep, we can do this. Let's take this here, and I'm going to take a gigantic, like half of this 6x6 pattern, a little bit more than half. It's going to go in the middle, just a little bit more than half. That's good. We're going to add this to the middle, just like that. We're going to flip it around and we're going to strip a little piece on this side to add to that middle. Not too thick because you don't want to cover this design. Just like that. And that's going to come in the middle just like that. See that? Very good. Okay, so let's put the card together. Let's put this on the side. Let that dry. Let's adhere this to the card. Just like that. Let's put tape. Let's put some tape in the back of this. Oh, do we want to use? Oh, we want to use this side. I don't know. Which side do we want to use? That side or this side? I guess we can use this side because it's going to be a manly card. I think that's too much flowers. Yes. Very good. Very good. And we're going to use this one just like that. It's flowers, but it's not too much. I'm going to put this in the middle. Just like that. Okay. Let's trim. Be careful. Let's trim off the strip that's left over. And there you have it. Very nice. And the last thing we're going to do is we are going to add another doily in the middle of here. Just like that. Okay. And we're going to actually tape the doily. Let's put it a little bit in the corner. How about if we put it like this? Just like that. Okay. Very good. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little white strip of paper so that you can stamp your sentiment on it. Now I'm going to stamp here, Happy Father's Day. See that? But you can stamp whatever you want. You don't have to stamp Happy Father's Day. This actually could be a very good card for actually anything. It could be for a birthday. It could be for just because you want to send a card out to your friend or co-worker, whatever. It doesn't have to specifically be Father's Day. Obviously, I'm doing Father's Day because Father's Day is coming. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment on a white paper. Just like that. You see that? How pretty? And we're going to put that just like that in the card. And that's going to fit perfect. Alright, let's adhere glue. Make sure it's dry. Let it sit there while I clean my stamp. And that actually gives it enough time for it to dry. Let's clean the stamps a little bit first. There we go. Very good. Put a stamp on the side. Alright, now we can use a little bit of actual you know what, I'm not gonna use the tape runner because I'm scared that it's gonna smudge the Happy Father's Day, so I'm just gonna use my Tombow glue. Okay, very little, not too much. Remember, a little bit goes a long way with this glue. You don't need to soak it so much. And we're going to put this in between the middle, right here. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. There you have it. Very good. And our card is complete. Now, we're going to adhere this to the inside of the card. Just like that. Okay. And then our card is complete, guys. Let's put some tape on the back. Perfect. Let's put the card in the middle. Roughly in the middle. Just like that. Awesome. And there you have it. Our card is complete. Yay! I'm finished. Alright guys, I'm going to give you an up close now. Let me just put this stuff away so I can show you. Alright guys, here you go. Complete card. Here you have it. This is the front of the card. A very cute and adorable fox. Okay. And remember that I added the really cute tiny button on the nose. And the eyes has glossy accents, if you can see there. Okay. And then the inside of the card is very pretty and simple as well. Happy Father's Day. And the patterns in the card is very pretty. Very simple, but very manly as well. A little bit of flowers, but it's not crazy. Okay. And remember, you can use this card for anything. For Father's Day, birthdays, anything really. Alright guys. Excellent. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I will see you guys soon on my next video. And yeah, take care guys. Have a good day. Bye.